have anything else. You, on the other hand... What can you tell me about the warp train? This is fine. My man Gregor with his lobster claw. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? And then you remember that people augment their bodies all of the time. We entered the derelict building of Lobotomy Corporation. As the light goes dim, the dreadful stench from underground grows stronger.
냄새가 지독해요.
The District 9 arm, to be fair, I think being a prawn in this particular line of work might be to his benefit.
허파 속으로 쓰레기가 막 붙고 있어. 되려 머리가 맑아지는 냄새요.
다시 한번 말씀드리지만 이 안에서 죽으면 전투가 끝나도 되살아나지 못해요.
What? Well, Chad, is resuscitation a joke to you? Because I think to them it might be. They seem to have misunderstood us, but seeing as Faust made no comment on it, I decided not to add my input. The sources of this rancid smell were a more pressing concern. Looks like they probably died a while ago.
정확한 관측이십니다. 시체의 붕괴기에 다다른 것으로 보이는군요.
벌레들이 한창 잔치라도 여는 모양이네.
얼른 서두르자고.
응? 그래. 자기 혹시 벌레 무서워해?
Wow, she called him babe.
이건 노파심인데 설마 벌레 시체를 얼굴에 들이대는 유치한 짓은
짠!
하지 않을 거라비. 아이, 저리 치워! 뭐가 이렇게 웃긴 거야?
웃기잖아. 벌레를 무서워하는 게 다른 사람도 아닌 자기일 줄은. 그래. 그렇게 싫었어?
됐어.
거기 장난은 그만 쳐라. 관리자님이 신경 쓰셔야 할 거리를 만들지 말란 말이다.
I get the feeling Otis is gonna be number 3. The gloom that had cast over Yuri's face cleared after observing the bodies for a moment.
우리 아니 로보토미 코퍼레이션 직원들은 아니네요.
여긴 이제 금광이나 다름없는 곳이 되어버려서 어중이 떠중이들도 모여든다더군요. 몇몇 해결사나 조직들 사이에선 로보토미 드림이나 엔케팔린 러쉬란 말이 도는 정도니까요.
Ah, makes sense. You would say something like that over drugs, wouldn't you?
로드 앤 러쉬. 멋있는 줄임이군.
You see, Roshu's got the idea.
조용히 있다가 기껏 말한다는 게.
그러한 잉글리쉬는 본래의 뜻을 가물하게 만들지 않겠소.
제 말이 그 말이... 이상씨, 뭔가 말수가 많아진 것 같은데요?
이상하오?
그이는 원래 말수가 적지 않은 사람이에요. 최근에 조금 바뀌었을 뿐.
관찰력이 높은 졸개가 많아지는 건 나쁘지 않은 일이지. 계속 지금의 상태를 유지해줬으면 좋겠군. 가지.
마치 그대가 캡틴 같구려. 관리자께서 할 일이라고 보호만.
Yeah, what are you doing? Frowning as though she were caught off guard, Otis bows before me as she apologizes. No, it's nothing. Let's head down. Most of the corpse's body parts were morphed in bizarre ways. One had pairs of wings protruding through their intestines, and another had horribly twisted antennae hanging down.
우리가 아까 마주쳤던 자들이랑 비슷해 보이지 않나요?
그... 벌레머리 하고 있던 사람들 말이죠?
조용. 전방에 거수자 포착.
As Otis noted, multiple figures could be seen down the corridor.
거수자?
I'm sure one idea crossed all of our minds. The enigmatic abnormalities that might be roaming this facility, as Faust mentioned. That might be what those shadowy figures are.
마주칠 수밖에 없겠군.
어이, 거기 누구야?
Instead, what we faced was people. It was too early to deem that as fortunate, though.
뭐야, 이 근방엔 우리들 뿐이라며.
입구 쪽에서 처리를 못한 건가? 그새 다른 쥐새끼들이 들어왔나 보군.
어이 벌레들, 아까 그 시체들은 너네 친구들이냐?
That almost sounds a bit like a slur right there.
시체? 나이 새끼.
잠깐,
어디서 온 찌꺼기들인진 모르겠지만 들어봐. 어차피 너희도 엔케팔린을 챙기러 온 거지. 여기서 한 층만 더 내려가면 손쉽게 엔케팔린을 얻을 수 있어. 거기는 너희에게 양보할게. 서로 챙길 것만 챙기고 좋게 좋게 헤어지자고.
알아본 것 같네.
The moment the soldier's eyes landed on Gregor's face, their thin veil of kindness was torn down.
이 배신자 녀석.
아, 너는 전방에 소속돼 있었나 보네. 어때? 그래도 포스터보다는 실물이 낫지?
헛소리 집어쳐. 내가 너 따위에게 경례를 했었다는 게 역겨우니까.
이런, 실물이 되고 한 것도 아닌데 너무 그러지 말지 그래.
너는 그 가짜는 특혜로 시술 부작용 없이 평범한 사람 행세하며 살아갔겠지만 우린 아니었어. 이 기만자 새끼야. 우린 전쟁에서 패배하자마자 버려졌다고.
버려진 건 나도 마찬가지였어. 모든 군인들이 똑같지 않나? 그 중에서도 너희들은 버려진 벌레처럼 살아가기 선택했나 보지?
어이, 적을 도발해서 좋을 건 없지 않은가?
당신도 군 출신이라면 알잖아. 앞에 서 있는 것들과 싸우게 될지 아닐지 정도는.
밑바닥에 떨어질 대로 떨어진 놈들한테 의리란 게 남아있을 것 같냐?
This is getting so tense all of a sudden. To be fair, that's kind of the tone of things. You expect joviality out of these people? I wouldn't.
가진 놈들도 뒤통수를 쳐 때리는 판인데 그럼 말랑한 걸 기대하냐 너?
Speaking of joviality, I'm gonna have fun ripping these people a new one. Oh look, dungeon structure. Your goal here is to reach the last section of the bottom flooring tree of the Golden Bough. The dungeon consists of multiple floors, each rife with events and encounters. Clear the sector at the end of the floor to proceed to the next. Each sector is connected to one or more paths. You can travel to adjacent sectors by selecting them. It's possible to retrace your steps, so feel free to explore where you want first. Sinners don't heal after battle while in dungeons. Sinners with 0 HP are unable to participate, so keep track of their status. Reaching a checkpoint will allow you to fully restore your sinners. After losing a battle, you can reattempt it from the start with whatever living sinners you remain on your full team. Okay, then let's see here. This is definitely a thing right here. Look at Flyboy over here. He's already decked out in his Sunday best.
역시 모르네.
I feel good about this. Let's have a little bit more, shall we?
출진이다. 기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
하겠습니다. A test of your reflexes.
Gregor lights a cigarette and takes a drag, followed by smoke steaming out from his mouth.
다른 보안업체에 취직을 해도 이것보다는 나았을 텐데요.
평생을 군인으로 살았던 자들이다. 다른 직업으로 새 출발하기엔 적응하고 바뀌어야 할 것들이 너무 많았겠지.
그리고 몰락한 날개 출신이라는 건 엄청난 꼬리표야. 누가 받아주면 구두발이라도 핥아줘야 할 정도로. 아, 미안하다. 내가 생각이 짧았네.
You will feel bad for Yuri.
아니에요. 쥐사나 엘사나 상황은 비슷했겠죠. 날개가 부러진다는 건 그만큼 혼란스러운 사건이니까요.
Alright, then let's see here. Short for expediency, long because it's fun. Yeah. Another mind of we can probably grind this out at a later date, so let's just take it the short route, shall we? We might not even have to use ego attacks. It's probably less true than I'm making it, but even still. Wait. I don't... Oh. This really is Ruina combat. Good to know. Okay then. The HP of the body part is reduced to 0. It is broken. A broken body part becomes vulnerable to all physical attack types. Alright. Break them. Make them cry for mercy. And Dawn has nothing to do yet, so... There we go.
배는 맛은 있는 편이 좋은데. 그렇게 무르진 않네.
Well, that's a stagger.
다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
제대로 들어갔습니다.
Another stagger. Amazing. Well, that's one down. How much more of this do we need? Probably more than I am giving myself credit here, but at the same time, it's one of those things that's just like, I was never good at fighting abnormalities in Ruina either, so we're gonna hedge our best bets, you know? I hope not.
역시 모르네.
Never mind. We sliced them up real good.
전 처음 봐요. 이런 것들은.
모른다고?
Hopkins' face quickly turned into a cold frown. It was in such stark contrast to the face he showed before Virgilius. I shuddered in fright.
아니, 그게
우리가 굳이 추락한 날개에 깃털을 준 이유가 뭔지 알지 않나?
엘사의 지부의 의뢰를 조금이나마 안전하게 해결하려고.
잘하네. 하급 관리직 출신에게 별로 바라는 것도 없었어. 길 안내, 그리고 저 환상체인지 환장체인지 하는 걸 어떻게 조져야 할지 알려주는 거.
I mean, let's be honest, these freaks are built differently from other video game enemies. Exactly, they're SCPs. You're asking us to kill them when we should be containing them. To be fair, milking them for sweet brain juice to combat crippling apathy syndrome on a million-person scale, I don't know. It was a nightmare in Lobotomy Corporation, it's a nightmare still.
근데 처음 본다는 말이라 하면 우린 어떻게 해야 되는 거냐?
호핀스, 배고파졌어? 살살 좀 해.
Angry.
유리 씨가 처음 본 게 확실하다면 이 개체는 환상체에서부터 비롯된 또 무언가.
Also, you know what?
어쩌면 또 다른 종일 수도 있겠죠.
I'm just noticing here, Val's sword says Walperk is not. I don't know, but I kinda like that.
그 코퍼레이션이 모든 환상체를 관리하고 있지는 않았을 수도 있어. 유리양이 공부를 소홀히 하지 않았다면 스스로를 탓할 필요도 없을 것이오.
감사합니다.
At least Mere Salt understands. I think. More important than that, how much more we gotta go? Apparently we need to reach the lounge. I hope Angela shows up, because frankly speaking, it's scary here. Then again, Angela herself is kinda scary. We're gonna be playing Crazy Bus until the server's done. Okay, what is that though? I don't like it. Okay, Gregor can use his ego, so let's try it. And once again, what are you up to, Ishmael?
명령대로.
There's no white whales here, what are you doing?
완전한 침묵.
Maybe we're a little busted for this place, but that can change very quickly, as you know.
역시 붉은 시선님의 수하들답게 능력도 만만치가 않군요.
I take offense to that.
그런데 왜 이렇게 꾸물럭대는 거야, 호킨스? 치질 다시 도졌어?
What?
무슨 말을 하는 거야? 내가 언제?
Hopkins got up after a bit of dawdling. His pockets were laden with something, but I decided not to bother pointing it out. What could they mean by this? As I opened the door, Faust suddenly stood before me.
단테, 눈을 감고 어둠 속에 숨어
The star. This one won't hurt, right?
별을 찾는 것만이라면 아프지는 않죠.
Something about the way Faust put that bothered me, but I decided to trust her and block my sight. I cannot say I do not understand.
상쾌한 기분.
I'm dying here.
그 시계 진짜 신기하네요. 정말 듣도 보도 못한 기술이에요.
이 정도면 특이점 수준인데 대체 어떤 날개가 뒤에?
You're really harping on this. Hopkins greedily stared at my head. I really tried to ignore it, but looking at his stuffed pockets again.
단테, 왜 네 머리를 붙잡고 있는 거야?
It's nothing.
파우스티안, 관리자께서 가진 시계는 저들의 목숨을 돌려줄 수는 없소?
시계는 수감자들에게만 동작해요.
아, 차라리 그게 낫네. 배에 구멍이 숭 났는데 못 죽고 되살아나지면 그게 더 끔찍하잖아? 아니다. 배가 뚫린 거면 운이 좋은 거지. 몇 초 안에 죽으니까.
Wait. A hard tentacle erupts from the wall and penetrates Aya's abdomen in an instant.
전원, 전투 준비.
내가 말했지. 난 항상 운이 좋았다니까.
I felt pity for Yuri. She looked at Aya's corpse and then begged us with tears. Nevertheless, Yuri, Hopkins, and Aya, those three I can't revive. We have to fight now if we don't want any more casualties.
현명한 판단이십니다.
저 째까기는 소리가 해석이 되는 건가?
Otis gave Hopkins a fiery glare, but soon reminded herself of her priorities and breathed in to shout.
관리자님의 명령이다. 졸개들아, 포위 진영을 구축한다. 목표는 전방의 거수자.
네.
그런데 저걸 잘하고 칭할 수 있는지가 의문이구만.
Slowly encroaching vines, followed by the shadow of a figure that looked to be several times taller than a human. It was approaching, beginning fright unlike any foe we faced up until now. We get to fight thing. I can't tell you what kind of thing, but... Oh. Ebony Queen's Apple. I'm gonna have to look them up later. I didn't realize we were getting another remake of Maleficent, but hopefully this should be fine, right? I'm gonna hope at least.
배는 맛은 있는 편이 좋은데.
Oh, okay then. At least Gregor isn't dying. Gotta pay attention to speed as much as possible. Which also tells me you have a defense. You have a counter token, so maybe this will work out. Why you gotta disrespect my flyboy like that? A heart torn into thousands of pieces must be kept from all eyes. Thus it burrowed into the ground and tangled itself. Yet someone has to pull up these thorny roots, as there is no wound that can remain unearthed. The sinners gave each other looks. Being coiled in piercing, sharp pain was something to avoid even in one's dreams. Well, I mean, everybody seems to have a high chance here, so... wife it is. And look at that, we actually got it done. Faust walked with shaky steps. With bare hands, they dug up the roots. In their hands were the doubts of others. The sinner realized that while the injury may heal, his trust may take deep word in her heart. Effects expired. Good. Seems legit. You gotta love how the difficulty spike just skyrocketed with this boss. People are mad about that in the Steam reviews, actually, but have I come to expect this from Project Moon? Yes, I have. I'd almost call it arrogant, but then again, that's one of the sins here, isn't it?
그 누구도 볼 수 없게. 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
Oh. Okay, no one's dead at least, so I'll live. Can't say that works for everybody, but at the same time, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling what you're putting down for once in my life. And what does the Flyboy give?
내 팔은 연에 있었어.
Very good. We do what we can.
신속히 처리하죠.
다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
Ooh. Well then, doesn't that fill me with glee? Where did its corpse go anyway? I'm pretty sure that attack did it in.
분명 숨통은 끊어졌습니다. 관리자님의 탁월한 지휘 덕택이죠.
It couldn't have disappeared into the sky.
역시 관리자님입니다. 그럴 가능성도 배제할 순 없죠.
아이, 너희 눈엔 이 단단해 보이는 지하 천장이 안 보이냐?
이쪽을 보세요.
Listless, Yuri pointed at something. The shock of losing Aya must have shaken her badly, but seeing her hold her own and keep her head up, I felt I should let her be and follow along with her for a while. Isn't that an egg?
환상체의 핵이군요. 적절하게 제압했을 경우 이러한 아래 모양으로 환원되죠.
그리고 부화할 거예요. 이 공간에서 일정 시간이 지난다면요.
I love how he's just pointing out game-breaking logic and everyone is ignoring him. Exactly. Don't think about it. Nothing makes sense. We went down a floor.
이곳을 다시 오게 될 줄 몰랐어요.
대체적으로 로보토미 지부들은 여러 개의 층으로 구성이 되어 있어요. 그리고 각자 층마다 주인이 되는 환상체들이 존재할 거예요.
어? 아까 그런 게 또 나온다고?
그런 전투 정보? 아니 그걸 대체 어떻게 알고 있는 거야?
파우스트는 모든 걸 알고 있어요.
안내에서는 비포팀이 사전 정찰을 한다고 하더라고요.
그냥 네가 관계자라서 하는 것뿐이잖아.
틀린 말을 하진 않았잖아요.
Well, first of all, can we heal Gregor? Well, Gregor has his health back already, so I can't complain. See. Critical abnormality block. I see. Hopefully this will be where we need to be. Another veteran appeared in the dark, carrying a depressed aura. His sparkling old badge seemed to signify a high rank once held.
그레고르 과장,
당신 얼굴은 알 것도 같아. 왜 난 읽지?
자네 부장이었다. 혼자 도망친 것도 모자라 이젠 옛 전우이자 내 부하 녀석들까지 죽였군.
이봐, 전쟁은 10년 전에 끝났어. 아직도 병정놀이에서 벗어나지 못했나?
끝나? 아무것도 안 끝났다.
Something tells me something has ended.
아무것도 끝나지 않았다고. G사에서 도망치면서 네 전쟁은 끝났을지도 모르겠지만 우리는 아직도 전쟁의 한복판에 계속 서 있다.
이런 동질감은 갖고 싶진 않았지만 나라고 크게 다르지도 않아.
그렇다면 이해해야지, 과장. 전쟁터에서 배신자에게 내려지는 결론은 항상 똑같다고.
그럴듯하긴 말하지만 복수를 위한 집결체행은 사칙 위반이야. 부장 양반.
Everybody's got beef with Gregor in here. I can't blame them.
신속히 처리하죠.
역시 모르네.
But I'm also glad for is big damage like that. I mean, just look at Sinclair over here in his Y office jacket. It's nice, isn't it? My man is tripped out despite the crippling fear in his heart. Which, not gonna lie, feels like most of Y fixers in a nutshell. Alright, I see a whole lot of insect matter on the floor. It's no longer good. Perhaps the time this ex-soldier spent on the battlefield was long enough to rust his prowess. The head manager, who must have defeated countless enemies in his glory days, was now nearing his end.
한때는 널 존경하는 자들도 있었지. 그레고르.
존경해달라고 부탁한 적은 없었어.
더 이상은 전진하지 마라. 그곳은 지옥이야.
That's hell you're walking into.
미안하지만 그러기는 힘들 것 같아. 성실하게 일하지 않으면 잘리거든.
돈에 명예까지 팔아버린 거냐?
애저녁에 훈장이랑 같이 팔았지. 집주인이 월세를 독촉해서 말이야.
A bitter smile appeared on the head manager's face.
너도 우리와 다를 것 없군. 결국 우리는 역겨운 벌레 새끼들일 뿐.
He took a few more shallow breaths, then ceased to move.
어이,
이번만이다.
Gregor put the borrowed cigarette next to the one he already held in his mouth, then lit it and tossed it on the chest of the deceased commander.
미안. 저거한테 내 담배를 나눠서 물려주기는 싫었거든.
Ryoshu gave a snort. The smoke from Gregor's cigarette lingered with prevailing silence in the air for a short while. Wow. I'd call that disrespect if I smoked, but ugh. As we proceeded, we discovered bodies that seemed to have been there for quite some time.
이건 우리 아니 엘사 직원들의 시체예요.
둔기로 맞은 흔적이요. 천원이 그러하구려.
관리 기록서. 이건 환상체 관리법을 적어두는 문서예요. 아직 격리실로 운반하지 않은 날들이었다면 그럴 수도 있겠네요.
There are way too many corpses here.
대체 어떤 환상체길래 이렇게 많은 수의 직원들이... 잠깐... 이게 무슨 냄새죠?
이번에 사무실에서 비싼 장비를 하나 장만했죠.
얜 또 뭐라는 거냐?
특정 층부터는 독성 검출이 높아진다고 그런 소문을 들은 적이 있었거든요.
나 아까부터 귀에서 피가 흐르는데 이거 괜찮은 거야?
I'm... No.
고난 없이 어찌 전투를...
Hopkins had put on a gas mask before we noticed.
뭐야, 우린 저런 거 없어?
제공되는 보급품은 따로 없었습니다.
이 새끼, 넌 일찌감치 알고 있었냐? 버러지 같은 자식.
Heathcliff stopped mid-sentence and fell to one knee.
흥분하면 혈류가 더 빨라집니다. 독이 금방 퍼진다는 거죠. 자리에서 되도록 날뛰지 말고 최대한 천천히 호흡하세요.
호킨스 씨, 왜 미리 말을 해주시지 않으셨어요?
나야말로 물어보자 유리. 별 기대도 안 하고 들여놓은 짐짝 같은 사람한테 가뜩이나 비싼 물건을 축낼 만한 사실을 왜 알려야 하냐? 냉정하게 말하면 우리 사무실에 네가 발을 들인 것도 놀라운 거야. 아야는 널 귀엽게 봐서 챙겨주려고 했을지는 몰라도 지금은 죽었는데 무슨
비겁한 새끼. 그러고 살고 싶냐?
해결사에게 비겁이라니 되도 않는 말을 하네.
Is it though? Is it really? Feeling the ire towards him, Hopkins backed away and scurried to the exit.
그래도 덕분에 엔케팔리는 쏠쏠하게 얻어갈 수 있었어. 창피할 테니까 질식사 말고 행방불명이라고 보고해줄게. 그럼
Yuri slumped to the floor, watching blood pour from her nose to her hands. And she's not the only one. Rhodia, Heathcliff, and the other sinners suffering from blood loss too. Rager.
유품이나 챙겨주려고 들고 왔던 건데.
He was holding the same type of gas mask as the one Hopkins wore.
아야씨가 넌 챙겨주려고 했었다면서. 그럼 네 거지. 보고도 없이 기어들어온 미친 놈들은 다 살아남을 구멍이 있으니까 걱정 말고.
Coughing up blood, Yuri put on the mask.
알고 있어요. 밤낮 없이 굳은 일을 도맡아봤자 아무 연고도 없이 사무실에 인정받는 게 쉬운 일이 아니란 거지만 지부가 폐쇄될 때까지 남은 시간은 고작 3분이었고
부지 메모를 시작합니다.
유리! 날 두고 가지 마! 유리! 그럼 난 도대체 어쩌라는 거예요? 살아남은 게 죄인가요? 동료들이랑 같이 파묻히기라도 했어야 해요? 환생체들이 도시로 빠져나오면 안 된다는 이유로 회사가 통째로 폐쇄되고 있는데?
죄지. 이곳에선.
Standing astounded, I stepped back to reality and checked on the sinners. Half of them had already passed away on the floor, and Ishmael's head dropped just after she said her last words.
근데 그러면 뭐 어떠냐? 계속 뻔뻔하게 살아남아야지. 일일이 죄책감 부여하다간 네 마음이 남아나지 않아.
With Rager drawing his last breath, Yuri and I became the only surviving members standing in the area. Don't worry too much about us. I can take them back and revive them. I knew mechanical ticking was all Yuri could hear, but I did my best to communicate my message to her nonetheless. Yuri ended the conversation with not a word after. After a long period of awkward gloom, the toxic gas finally dispersed.
이제 괜찮은 것 같네요.
Oh, yeah.
도울게요. 가서 빨리 살리고 오죠.
Saying that, Yuri took the gas mask off and calmly carried the sinners on their shoulders one by one. Unsure what to say for her, I remained quiet. If anything, I feel kinda sad, but I suppose that's just how it is. In hell, we lament. Our ability to not die. Also, this doomsday clay doll gives me dig up your vibes. I have not played an Elder Scrolls game, so I can't tell how true that is.
아름답진 않네.
And Roshi finishes the job, as she is good at. We have something to look forward to, but first we're going to this canteen. I wonder if the vending machines still work. Were those abnormalities responsible for killing all the employees?
아니에요. 아마 제 짐작이 맞다면.
전방을 주시하십시오, 관리자님. 아까랑 똑같은 놈이 하나 더 있습니다.
A humanoid being wearing a head, the head of a statue, was sitting against the wall.
안녕. 너희도 제비뽑기를 하러 왔니? 사원증을 다 모아서 주면 당첨자를 고르는 거야.
Its hand was barely grasping onto the strap of an employee ID card. Alex was the name written on it.
알렉스.
제정신이 아닌데? 당첨자 타령은 뭐야?
어떤 환상체들은 관리법에 정기적으로 희생물을 정해 바치라고 쓰여져 있었죠.
그쪽으로 가면 안 돼. 그것들이 곧 찾아낼 거야.
그리고 결국 인신공양에 있었던 거구나.
네가 뽑을 차례야.
Offering?
그 환상체라는 놈 되게 졸렬한가 보네. 만나면 뒤통수를 까고 다니나 보지?
Wait. When you say banished to Brazil, which means all the stuff here is free to loot. Which explains why fixers are out here looking for Ankafelin, and I'm just over here thinking to myself, for what? To which I'm reminding myself, Netsock kinda sorta got high off of this stuff, so... I mean, I get it. Free drugs. Free drugs basically juice that of brains.
그게 무슨 말이에요?
저 등신들은 지들끼리 치고받다가 뒤진 거야.
왜 그런 건데요?
뻔하지. 지부가 무너지고 한동안은 어떻게든 살아남을 거라 생각했을 거야. 꾸준히 사람을 바치기만 한다면 언젠간 구조가 될 수도 있으니까. 제비 뽑기로 몇 달은 버텼겠지. 일단 한 놈만 죽으면 잠깐은 버틸 수 있으니까. 근데 그걸 희생자가 고지곳대로 받아들이겠냐? 내가 죽을 바엔 눈앞에 있는 놈 머리통을 터뜨리겠어. 그럼 적어도 지금 내가 바쳐지는 일은 없을 테니까.
You know, thinking about this, I'm pretty sure the LabCorp spin-off Wonderlab kind of went into this, just the idea of, hey, certain abnormalities demand human sacrifices, and depending on who you are, yeah, good luck trying to get them to go along with it.
뭐, 그렇게 흘러갔겠지.
그러다 마지막으로 살아남아서 그들과 같은 속상을 뒤집어 쓰고 있으면
Nameless fetus. Well, gee, doesn't that sound a little bit too true to reality?
그들이 직접 데리러 오기 전에 직접 걸어가는 편이 훨씬 편할 거야.
I wonder what crazy bug thing are we fighting next? They're rummaging through corpses, looking for something. Relentless demands for an offering ring in the ears. They look like they might jump at us at any second. You see the person nearby gasping for air. Should you offer this person up? Or... let's see here. Who has the highest value? Offer person, all allies lose SP, gain an ego gift. Don't offer person, begin combat encounter, win to gain stronger ego gift. Offer sinner. I mean, we're on a hot streak. I don't have to bow to anybody. Anchored by your inaction, the clay dolls attack you. If I lose this battle, maybe then we will consider it, but at the same time, I'm not desperate. I'm looking for blood.
완전한 침묵.
지켜냈어.
Thank you, Sinclair. You've actually redeemed yourself. And look at that. All allies gain 5 offense and 5 defense. Good. Very good, although that makes me concerned. Alright, I apologize for that. My internet decides to conk out at the weirdest times, but hey, look at that. My progress is fine. And we have a boss to fight. So what does that mean for us? It means pressing our luck, as per usual. Oh, look at that, it's the Doomsday Calendar. There is no reason to explore more of the dungeon than you have to? Okay, fair enough. I was wondering about that. If anything, I'm also looking at this and going, hey, look, it's the sundial. Unless you want to see more weirdo events, you won't get more rewards. Fair enough. I like the lore though, so not complaining. Exactly, it's the Mayan calendar. Why though? 2012 was a movie that exists. Also, I found out that apparently the director for 2012 was the one that also made The Day After Tomorrow, and you know what? That makes too much sense. I don't know why I never put it together. It's skill 3? Okay, fair enough. If anything, we have things to work for. I need to build an elite team of soldiers that can take down the sundial what predict the end of the world. Although, they're putting me in situations like this, which means, hey, look at that. It really is Ruina combat again, isn't it? I'm going to break you. Also, you know what? Frankly speaking, I feel as though making a Mayan calendar into an abnormality kind of fills me with that same idea of, hey, certain Toho characters are based on Japanese urban legends, so yeah, it makes sense. There are many ways to calm one down, but this abnormality seems like gives the most. A fresh batch of blood might be able to appease it. I can't offer a clay doll though, so... Good. You did it, Sinclair. You proved your value. To be fair, I feel like everybody has value here. I don't hate any of these characters. It's amazing. If anything, I kind of feel the need to just... I understand that auto-battling will probably hurt me in the end, but... At the same time, it's the first day. I'm just going to parse it out, you know? Oh. Please don't kill Flyman for the second time. Better yet, can wife you... No, she cannot do her ego yet. Let's see. I don't think we've seen hers, though.
그 자식은 아직 살아있을 거야.
She's doing it, chat. She's getting her white whale. And then we get even more of this. Here's a real question here. What kind of gift would you give the Mayan calendar? Although we could try Sinclair's AoE. Kill a doll to offer it? Okay, fair. I will do exactly that, but actually, I need to see about whatever this is. To weaken the flame, you need cool water. Since we aren't carrying any buckets of water, we should offer up something cool instead. Someone, in fact. I offer you a doll. I mean, a cold body suffices, right? Okay, it's not that bad. Although they could stand to stop bullying Gregor and... E. Well, if that doesn't sound like canceling the apocalypse to you.
2층에는 유독 구더기들이 많이 보이네.
These bugs aren't so bad after the last floor's abnormality. Don't want anything like that ever again.
그거 그렉이 들으면 기뻐하겠다. 안 그래, 벌레 친구?
But Gregor wasn't paying attention to Rhodia.
다들 아까부터 무슨 소리 안 들려?
소리라면 계속 들렸잖아요. 로자 씨, 이 상황에서까지 배가 고픈 거예요?
그런 건 모르는 척하는 거야. 응?
아니, 그거 말고.
For the first time on this expedition, Gregor walked ahead of the group and opened the door next to him as if by some compulsion.
잠깐, 거긴 환상체 격리실.
마치 그때처럼.
No, the door was already open. Gregor gazed into the shower of the golden light pouring from the room.
우리 시간 여행이라도 한 걸까요?
I see an overcast sky. Cries and screams twist and ring out in the distance. And, in the sky, gunfire and artillery created a cacophony.
딱 보면 모르는가? 이곳은 전장, 한복판.
이건 악몽? 왜 또다시?
그러니까 왜 전장 한복판에 있냔 말이야? 함정이라도 빠진 거 아니야?
아니요. 길을 잘 찾은 것 같군요. 멀지 않은 곳에 우리가 찾던 기술의 정수가 있습니다.
황금가지요?
네. 다들 이곳이 언제인지 알아보시겠나요?
My immediate guess is smoke war, but I could be wrong.
눈이라는 게 있다면 한눈에 알아보겠지.
I actually don't. I confessed.
관리자님은 모르는 게 당연합니다. 관리자님께서는 눈이 없으시니.
그걸 변명이라고 하나요?
Otis cleared her throat as if to mask her embarrassment, then turned her narrow gaze to the battlefield.
소속을 과시하는 듯한 형형색색 촌스러운 깃발들이 나부끼는 걸로 봐선 연기 전쟁이 발발한 지 최소 70일 후.
Oh, look at that, I'm right on my money.
입니다, 관리자님.
Suddenly, there was a strong tug at Heathcliff's coat from behind.
당신들 미쳤어? 어서 대피해! 저 폭탄에 노출되면 급격하게 노화가 진행된다고! 엽초소 직원들은 지금 전쟁이고 뭐고 지팡이 없이는 걷지도 못한다니까!
대체 이 자식은 누군데 아는 척을...
그레고로 과장님, 고생 많으십니다.
The bandaged man snapped to attention and saluted Gregor as soon as he saw him.
저를 모르시겠죠? 생체관리팀 토마입니다. 선발 대열에 계신 줄 알았는데 후방에 있었을 줄은 몰랐네요. 합류를 해야 하는 거면 제가 도와드릴까요? 전 다리 특화형이어서 점프에는 자신이...
말만 들어도 징그러워.
Toma looked at Rodeo with suspicion.
당신 방금 무슨 말을...
도마 대리... 사원인가?
네! 2등 사원입니다.
이쪽은 아직 시술된 지 얼마 안 된 직원이라 정신착란 부작용이 해결되지 않았어. 내가 잘 타이르지.
Wow, Gregor looks genuinely shaken up. I'm surprised. Gregor practically yanked himself out of the conversation and hurriedly walked over to Faust.
어떻게 된 거지, 파우스트 씨? 이건 내 기억이잖아.
정확히는 자아 심도예요. 당신의 마음속에 나 있는 하나의 길. 우리가 그레고르 씨의 마음 안에 들어오게 되었다는 뜻이죠.
If anything, this sure is a thing. I can't believe the whole tapestry of the smoke war is here at least 70 days in, but I'm excited to see more of this. Probably for another day, though, because frankly speaking, I'm feeling it. Can I even leave? I genuinely have to ask, but let's see here. This is all a bit new to me, so bear in mind my suspicions on stuff, but even still.
저물어가는 동안 나는 그저 서 있을 뿐이었어.
If anything, this is treating me way better than I expected it to, and I can't believe I'm saying that about a gacha game, but even still. Probably one of my favorite indie companies, but at the same time, I'm hoping to see more of this, and I'm hoping you people are enjoying it as well.